Yellow, 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 yellow. It is Tuga Tuesdays nights. Like every Tuesday, we're here with my boys from Benfica, from Sporting, from Porto, Mr. Mauricio Ruano, the man who watches every single game that we broadcast
Gotta give him
on
credit.
TV. I'm telling you, if we would to broadcast the Liga 2, Liga 3, he'd probably be watching those two.
You probably watched Liga 3.
He'd probably be there. Everybody, how's everybody doing after this? Round 26. Round 26 in the Premier Liga is on the books. 8 laps to go. 9 for my boy.
9.
Side of Lisbon.
The
side of Lisbon has 9 games. All right, 9 laps to go. They have one more chance to enter pits. No one else has the chance to enter pits. Only the guys from Benfica. Talking about Benfica, right? Turkish power for the Eagles. I am so happy to see Aitikoğlu scoring after 4 months. I think it is
been a while,
right? I think it's no, so long. December. So it's 2.5, almost 3 months. It's a long time. It's a long time. Long time for Aitikoğlu to score and that massive goal from Rafael Nadal from Turkey, right? That's that's kind of like a culture. The guy teaches top spin the ball so beautifully. It's just incredible. I predicted that Victor Gyökeres was going to score a hat trick, right? It was not a hat trick, but he was in all 3 goals.
It was as good as a hat trick.
So
it was as good as a hat trick.
Close to my hat trick prediction for Gyökeres company. And of course, when I talk about Gio Kenda, my God, what a massive game for Gio. Phenomenal.
And a massive transfer too.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And we got the Dragons that they got a 2-0 victory. It should have been, I don't know how many more goals, to be honest. All right. If it wasn't for Bicerian, that he was playing like a baby dragon, he did not know how to react to Dracarys. He was like that. Look. Just smoke, fire, no fire from Samuel. He missed
puffs of smoke. That's it.
5 big chances, players. 5 enormous chances, and at one point I think he was playing as a defender for ABS. But anyway, it did not happen like that. But anyway, guys, Lena Torres with you guys, Mauricio Ruano, Derek Gomez, Mike Agostino, Mr. Benfica, here tonight. We're gonna start with 30 seconds from Mikey. Mikey, how you doing? How you feeling about your Eagles, brother? About this round 26?
Very good. Feeling good. Right where we want to be right now. Needed those 3 points. That was a tough place to play. We saw a 10-minute shut off was all it took to almost throw it away, but found a way, which is good. And like you said, Artur Kuglu getting on the score sheet, he needed that. And honestly, he is probably the only one that was going to convert that particular opportunity. So it fell to the right guy. I think almost anyone else would have shot it right at the goalkeeper. He had the heads up play to dribble the goalkeeper and then put it into the empty net. Even when he's not doing a lot of things well, he has quality in front of goal. That's why he gets the minutes he gets, and it paid off in this one. Bruno Lage played around a little bit too much with the team again, and it cost them a little bit. But at the same time, again, childish mistakes. Playing it in the back when you're in the lead. You could read Bruno Lage's lips. He said, get it out of there. And, no, we're going to play pretty, and paid the price for it once again. And you see the difference between the Liga Portugal and the Champions League in the last 2 weeks, because those mistakes in the Champions League, they hurt a lot more there. You pay a lot more deeply for that. And in the Portuguese League, we're able to find a winner, which, we learn, we have to learn from these mistakes. Otherwise we're not going to keep pace with the leaders.
Yes, sir. Look at wait a second. We got one more.
There he is.
You made it.
Sorry about that.
We got a dragon in the room, guys. Boy, how you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm good.
You're right. You feeling good?
I'm feeling all right. Yeah.
If you want to come or not, but since you are here, brother, give me your 30 seconds on your Dragons, brother. Right? It could have been a massacre, but it wasn't. Only 2, but it was enough to get the 3 points and remain perfect at home. I mean, almost perfect. No, undefeated.
You guys can hear me all right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
the
you.
audio's not bad. All right, yeah, I couldn't find my mic, so yeah, it was a good win. I thought the formation was a huge difference in our performance in this game. It is just against Avs, but it was a much more convincing result. I think we could have put in a few more. Samu was definitely getting involved well. The attack was clicking, so it was nice. But then again, it was against Avs. The week before that against Braga, we were just a complete disaster. We were nowhere to be found on the pitch. So it's a good result. Hopefully, it carries forward, and we just keep playing better like we did in this game. But that's to be seen. It's been like that all season long. One game that we start playing well against a smaller team uh doesn't always translate into the next game. So hopefully this formation change is going to change things, and I think it's exactly what we needed, because the 3-4-3 ideally, like in theory, would work really well, and I understand what Anselmi was trying to do, but with the players that we have in a back three, you need to have a secure defense that's responsible with the ball, that's smart positioning wise, and we just don't really have that. So hopefully this is a change. The new formation is definitely what we need.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And we're going to talk about that comment later. Not now, not right now, but we're going to talk about that comment from Super Genius, talking about those red cards. Mr. Gomez, is it? I feel like you took Xanax or something. I feel you relax. You're not, you're anxious like you used to. Why is that?
It's been a few days since the game, so I'm more calm now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like give me your sense to your team, brother.
Yeah. Again, it's this is what we've seen from Sporting over the last couple months. These games they're very uneven performances. Case in point, this last game, where again, I just think that if you're a big team like a Benfica, a Porto, or a Sporting, and you get the goal in the first minute, you should run away with that game. When you're playing, a team of less caliber, and we get the goal in the first minute. The moment you're at home, you have the momentum with you, and it's within 5-10 minutes you take your foot off the gas pedal and you start seeing Famalicão push you back, high press, win the ball up the pitch, and for a majority of that first half we were on the back foot, even though we scored that the first goal so quickly. It's just, again, it's sort of just a mirror image of these games where you'll have, it's just oscillates between these periods of, good football, quick football, dynamic football, getting vertical. Then it becomes, sort of just like this turnover laden football where we're not holding on to possession. The other teams are successfully winning the ball back. And, they're putting a little pressure on us, heading into that, second half. It could have gone either way. Luckily, Famalicão did drop in intensity, and, we did play a relatively good second half and we deserved to win. But it's just game after game. It's just very uneven. It's just, you'll go through, there's so many inconsistencies throughout the game itself that it's, watching Sporting has just been a roller coaster ride over the last couple of months. And I do suspect that it's just going to be like this, until the end. And it's scary because I don't know how Mike feels about it, but I feel that the first team that blinks, might be in big trouble.
Yeah,
that's just how I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Mr. Ruano, talking about blinking, there's a team that hasn't been blinking at all in the last month, and that's Vitória Guimarães, brother. Vitória Guimarães, 3 victories in a row. Of course, they were not the most powerful teams in the league, with all due respect to Estrela and to Boa Vista and all those. But you gotta get those victories. Vitória Guimarães, they did it again, Mauricio.
Yeah, they played a strong game. Listen, after that, that bad defeat against Betis, yeah, I thought they were going to come out and really give them a fight over there in Guimarães. It's so hard to play there. It was kind of a letdown, the way that they lost and everything. It's a shame because they had built such good momentum. But to come off of that bad defeat and just to come out the way they did, even though it's against Estrela, they kept getting these wins and they're still being positive. The coach is still building the team and he's still building the system with them and everything. So they came out pretty good. So listen, they're a team to watch. They're coming. Santa Clara, you better watch out. They were comfortable early, but now they're catching back up to Santa Clara. And now also, Braga's still a little bit on fire, even though they're playing just okay. They're winning though. And that's what Guimarães is doing. It's not you don't got to play these nice games now. Like you said, there's only 8 laps left. I just need you to win those games and keep on moving up.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, Super Gino here, I think he's the one. I think he's the one who's trying to get me a Vittorio Guimarães jersey, but boy, Mike jumping there and said, you should get a Gil Vicente jersey. He's a Gilista. I am a Gilista, people. I am a Gilista. I'm jealous, actually. All right. Oh, my. Hopefully, if I get a jersey, if you got to, please, kind of Fujimoto, just
Fujimoto.
Just take note. Fujimoto, please, for me. All right. Back to the Dragons. Rui, how do you feel about this team? Do you think that now is after that catastrophe, because it was a catastrophe to lose to Braga, it was, all right. But do you feel that there is progress, that Mantino Anselmi is making progress with the team?
Yeah, I think so. Then again, we have to see, because this team is just so out of whack and so inconsistent that they show flashes of brilliance. Like at times we saw with the 3-4-3 that this was the right formation, because Porto have so many wingers and so many attackers that when you deploy a 3-4-3, you're more on a attacking based approach. But obviously there was other parts that were just not making the formation work. The defense, the midfield was really non-existent. In this game, the midfield was much more present. The attack was really getting in its groove. Samu had quite a few opportunities in this game to put a couple of goals in. But everyone seemed to be getting involved, and we had some sort of continuity throughout the entire game. No pep, no party. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. What I would do just to have him at 41 years old to be on this team. I think the 3-4-3 could potentially work with him there. But anyway, we were moving the ball much better in this game, getting a lot of opportunities. We scored 2 really good goals. I think we should have put a few more away. But, at the end of the day, having 2 goals, getting those 2 goals, building a 2-0 lead, Porto usually holds on to that and doesn't let that slip. So getting those 2 goals were so crucial. But we have to wait and see. Rodrigo Moura is an absolute animal. The kid's really just been the lifeline of our team. And on the attack, whether we're playing well or not, he's usually making his presence felt, and he's been a huge part. Need to get him more involved and starting every single week.
And that's Harry Potter, bro. Harry Potter proves one more time that he's for real. That Rodrigo Moura is for real. He's not just a kid that I played a couple of nice games. No. He's the real project of Portuguese soccer. He's the future of Portuguese soccer. For real, this kid. All right.
I hope so. And when you look at everyone else that's so much more experienced than him, much older than him, that's been around the block a lot longer than him, he's the one that's been stepping up. He's the one that's been doing his job better than everyone else on this team. And that just speaks volumes. Porto is just a mess right now. But when you have that one player that is constantly making his presence felt and doing the best that he can to help the team, that says a lot for a young kid like that to really step up and just grab this opportunity and take it. The future is bright for him, and that's one of the shining moments of one of the shining things of this season is just him just really standing out.
And the 2 things that I like a lot from Rodrigo Moura, it's that he he makes the right decisions, right? He doesn't rush plays. He doesn't hold the ball too much. He doesn't have let me get this extra touch. No. He drops the ball when he needs to drop the ball. And then the second part, he's relentless, and he helps some defense so much.
Yes.
So much. You see him up there on the pitch, and then the very next second, you see him helping out, tackling the ball right next to Ivan Marcano.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's shown composure too, because a couple of times, and we talked about this earlier in the season, where he picked up a yellow card early on in the game, but he kept his composure to not get himself into a situation where he's going to get a red card. He still did his thing on offense, but he was smart enough to just lay off defensively, apply pressure where it's needed, but not be overly aggressive to, jeopardize yourself to getting sent off. Really smart kid. And the decision making, whether it's passing, taking shots from outside the box, making the simple passes, it seems like he's always making the right decision. It kind of reminds me a little bit of when Vitinha was on our team. Every time he had the ball, you just had that security that he's going to take care of what he has to do. Doesn't make too many mistakes.
Exactly. And now let's see what Super Gino is saying. As a sporting fan, I get excited with Rodrigo Mora. I want to watch the under 21 and watch him play with Eduardo Quaresma. They both need to get called up to the first squad. Talking about the squad, Mikey, I send you a message.
He's talking
right
about
away.
the national team. He's talking about the national team. Yeah,
the national team.
Yeah.
The first national team. I was going to say with Mikey, right I was doing my prep, and I got the lineup for Benfica, and I immediately sent the message to Mikey, this is the best possible 11 that Bruno Lage could put on the pitch. But it took him so long to get it open. Huh? Why it took so long?
Well, because he's managing multiple competitions at the same time, and certain guys played in the league, certain guys played in the Champions League. It's still Sheldrup. I should have realized Sheldrup was missing from the best 11. Sheldrup should have been in the 11 to make it the best 11, but he plays in the Champions League and not in the league right now. I don't, this is hopefully something that gets sorted out now in this international break, that he gets one solid team, and he treat each game like a final now. There's no more rotating. He can rotate in the cup semifinals against Tirsense, but that's about it now, with all due respect. But that's where the rotation will have to come now. But a lot of the fan base is upset that Sheldrup plays well against Barcelona and then sits and watches against Rio Ave or against Casa Pia or whoever. But Bruma's come into the team, and Bruma plays in the league. Part of it's because he can't play in the Champions League, so he's automatic in the league. And I was really high on him for a while, but the last two performances have tailed off a little bit for Bruma, and I think we could have seen a little more of Andreas Sheldrup. But at the same time, I don't know what kind of fitness level he's at, because he also 55 minutes, 60 minutes, he's always he's out even in the Champions League. So I think there's a real fitness issue in the team with the number of players. Tomás Araújo also. He's not a wing back. It is what it is. He's a center back, and you're asking a lot of a big guy like that to play in the channel like that. And I think that's a big reason why he's not healthy and why he's missing time. And like I said to you, I tweeted to you, Nino, during the game, that Roberto Martinez said he left him off the national team squad not because he's injured, but he has a chronic issue, which is obviously fatigue, and it'll become an injury, a serious one, if it's not managed well. So, the fact that we're here, we are, 9 matches from the end and without an actual right back in the lineup other than a youth player. So it's that's something Rui Costa can't run from. This is a black mark on his preparation this season. You see him in the stands. He's a lame duck president. You can see him sitting there knowing that I don't think there's any way out for him. And even if Benfica somehow win the league title, I don't think Rui Costa survives. He doesn't survive this. And the way the team in the season was planned,
Mikey?
They're in October, but
October, right?
And he's not popular right now. I don't even think he's going to run, to be honest. I think he's going to step back. I don't think he's going to run because there's not a lot of support for him right now. But the injury, the fatigue and the injuries, this haven't been managed well. Di Maria's been out for a long time, and like he says there, Carreras is needed, but it said late March. So hopefully by the end of this international break, we can see a little bit of Di Maria, but will the team play as well when Di Maria comes in? That's the question all the time. Or does the ball just automatically go to Di Maria and does everybody watch? Because that was happening, and they've gotten away from that now that he's been injured. So we'll see what Bruno Lage can do with this squad. Big tough game next up, right at the on the back of the international break, going to Barcelos to play Gil Vicente. It's going to be tough, and he's going to have to get the lineup right. He cannot get it wrong in this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in Barcelos, as I call it, that's the graveyard stadium, the elephant graveyard.
Yeah,
that's how I call it. That's my favorite stadiums in the Premier League. Mr. Gomez. Where do I start with here? This was inconsistent. It was an even performance, but I think that I think this is one of the best games when it comes to the wingers for Sporting.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, the impact, and now Araujo seems to be gel with the team. But I think they play a fantastic game from the wings.
Yeah, I thought this is one of Trincão's best games in a while too. I did see him more involved in the play, more involved in the offense. So it was good to see him. Good to see him play well again. But it did come down to what I've noticed is, especially over the last few months, especially post Ruben, teams are starting to lose sort of their respect for Sporting. Again, Famalicão is another example. Famalicão played really high up the pitch, especially in that first half. This was a lot of these teams are now going to Alvalade and they're playing high up the pitch. They're high, and that just wasn't happening when Ruben was coaching. How many times did we see, teams show up with a block of 5 and a block of 4? These two low blocks. Now these teams are playing higher up the pitch and they're putting pressure on Sporting, which is, it's sort of like a double-edged sword where, yeah, sure, they're putting more pressure on us, but at the same time they are leaving more space. And that's where Victor thrives. And this game was actually a great example of that. And you look at that, that first goal where, again, they were playing high up the pitch to start the game. Victor was able to get in behind them, get by one guy. He was off to the races. This is the kind of game that Victor likes. He wants the space back there. He wants to run free. He doesn't want to run into, a bus that's parked right in front of the box. So that was I sort of like when teams like to play a little higher up the pitch because this is when we get to see Victor at his best, and this game was just a perfect example of that. But yeah, going back to Kenda, I thought Kenda was really strong. I thought when Jenny came in, he was very positive. He sort of gave us a lift off the bench. So there were a lot of contributors here. The wingers did play really well. And partly because Famalicão, they gave us that space. They gave the wingers, the space to get in there and make stuff happen. Again, there are some positives from this game. But again, there's still a lot of things to be concerned about. And, like I said earlier, I really do feel that the way that the league is lined up right now, with Benfica, this head-to-head, I really feel like you're just walking on this tight rope and, any little thing can be fatal. Mike talked about his game, how in 10 minutes, they almost threw away 2 points. And like 2 points can be fatal right now. So this is just, it's high drama, high tension. And I foresee this going on until the end of the season. That's just how I'm seeing it,
And I was going to say that Fresneda, Fresneda, he scored his third goal in a month. His third goal in a month. And Sporting is running that play on every single game. You see always Ivan Fresneda coming in free of mark. Nobody's watching. Like everybody forgets about Fresnedas.
I mean, he's making the most out of his opportunity, and this guy's been very patient. He's been waiting almost 3 years for this. So, I'm happy to see him scoring. I'm happy to see him. Playing more regularly, and he's proven to be a pretty competent right back. He's never going to live up to Pedro Porro. We just have to, just come to grips with that. But he does add offense. He does add offense to this team. He's not exclusively a defender. He does get up the pitch. That's evidenced by the goals. You see him get more involved. And I'm just happy for the guy because I think it's been such a rocky start, at the Alvalade. That it's good that he's probably starting to finally see a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And look at Jason Regal. He's not on the screen here, but he is so active on the comments. It's crazy, man. And look at this. Look at what he said.
He's right.
Yeah. He said about Human. He's always being exposed. La la la. Then Spragino, and then Jason Regal drops this. Oh boy. Sporting will win the league.
That's cool.
Sporting will win the league. I've been saying this since day one, but anyway, we're gonna move to Mauricio Ruano for a second. We're gonna talk about Victoria Gimenez not conceding only one goal in the last 3 rounds of the competition. Only one goal conceded, with Tommy Handel being at the center of soccer operations for Victoria Gimenez. Mauricio, give me your thoughts on that, brother.
Yeah, it's almost like once the transfer window went by and they re-signed him, it's like he got re-energized and like they put more confidence in him. So now that he knows he's the guy in the middle, that Manu left for Benfica, he knows he has to be the guy in the midfield along with Thiago to take care of this team. I really do feel like Gimenez goes as their midfield goes. That's the way they play. Their midfield is very important to their team because not only are they controlling the game, they cover those 2 defenders, Barokovic and whoever's playing next to him. I think this time it was Philippe that was playing next to him, but sometimes they switch back and forth. But those 2 guys, the way that they control the game, especially on the defensive end, and then get the ball up to their wingers, it's very important. Handel's been very impressive since the transfer window and all those rumors went by. He was going to go to Porto, and then he didn't go. All that other stuff. Yeah,
there was rumors about Sporting too. They were.
Yeah,
he was linked with all 3 teams at one time. Yeah, he was linked with all 3.
The Porto one, I think they said that he was going, and then they said, "Oh, it's off," because
probably
they were trying to get the other midfielder.
Yeah, and with Sporting there was the Rui Borges connection. So
exactly,
there was a lot of speculation about.
Yeah, so his name was out there, and I think once that went by, all that speculation and rumors to clear his head, knowing that he's going to stay there, they've now been playing some good soccer. And listen, like every other team, like all the guys know this, it's just about staying healthy now. These 8 laps left.
Yeah,
that's really the most important thing. If you can keep your guys on the field and they just play consistent, that's all you can ask for right now. That's all you want going into these last final rounds.
Yes, sir. And now talking about that particular position with the Dragons, with Eustáquio back at his natural position, he has been played as a freaking right winger the last couple of weeks. I mean, they drop it, and now he's kind of like the Arsenal for Porto this season, huh?
Yeah, he has. But it's good to see him back in his. He seemed a lot more confident in this game. Definitely more in his
element.
Yeah, in his element. Perfect word. He was definitely. He was definitely more calm and more secure with the ball. He was making better decisions defensively, covering the ground. He was much more present and much more effective than he has this year. Really, I feel like the last couple of seasons he's been inconsistent. He's great on his days, but at times he's just not really giving like his absolute best to the team. But in this game, he seemed, he was definitely contributing on both ends, really getting involved in the attack, covering a lot of ground defensively, applying a lot of pressure on the opposition and everything. So You know, this formation, I feel like he's always been at his best, even with Sergio Conceição when we played with a 4-4-2. The four-man midfield definitely suits his game a lot better than the 3-4-3. I think he doesn't have as much responsibility because there's so much pressure on the midfielders when you're playing in a 3-4-3, like the holding midfielding position that he would be in. But in this game, he was great, and you know, I hope it continues. This formation, I think, is the one that we have to stick with, and it's not just getting the best out of Eustáquio. It's even with João Mario as well. This is where we would see the best of him, even though he's not that great. He had a really good game in this one as well. You know, hopefully, it's just hard to, you know, Eustáquio was good in this game, but it's hard to just carry it throughout the entire season because this team has just been so inconsistent. So this game, even the next game coming up, if we're in the same formation, it's still a big question mark whether or not he's going to give the same contributions.
Look at Jason. He's
Jason's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a decent Portuguese league player, and to replace him, you have to have someone that is somewhat in the same level as him, and Porto doesn't quite have that. So who are we going to put in, and then who is going to be that replacement? So
what are you going to get for him?
I mean, I think we'll get more for what we paid for him, for sure. But is that move really worth it? Sometimes these players that even they're not as consistent, they've been around the block, they understand the league, and they become useful. He's not as great, and I can understand the frustration among a lot of Portistas because at times he was just really good, and then there's times where he's not. That is 100%. So exactly. So we lost Nico, and he was outside of Rodrigo Moura. He was our most consistent player this year. I thought he played really well. So losing him, and then we're going to get rid of Eustáquio right now in the offseason. We have to get other players that can cover his position.
Yeah. His spot, huh? Man, Jason is on fire tonight, man. Well, Mikey, talking about fire, man. Talking about fire. There was almost a big fire in Benfica. They could see, I mean, that's a set piece that was marvelous from Patito Aguilar. It was marvelous set piece.
Yeah, but it hits the wall. It redirects off the wall. That's
right. Yeah.
It redirects off the wall. You get those sometimes.
Yeah,
and then it's losing the ball right at the edge of your own penalty area, you know, under no pressure. So that was a personnel issue because
they did it in the next 2 minutes. They come in the same spot in the same spot.
Yeah, they did. And that can't happen, like I said. And then, you know, Florentino should never be the guy dropping facing his own goal to receive and turn. You see the tale of two turns. There's Florentino's turn on the ball leads to a Rio Ave goal. Belotti's turn leads to a Benfica goal. Not enough has been said about Belotti's turn on that goal. He receives the ball, and he turns to the defender, and he gets it to Auschwitz, who gets it to Arturoglu to win the game. If Belotti's not there and doesn't receive the ball exactly that way and turn on that defender and change the point of attack, that goal never happens. So it's both key moments in the match are on two Benfica players and their ability or inability to turn with the ball. And again, it's just Cockshoe comes out, and that leaves Florentino to do that job. And this is why you've been seeing Cockshoe play closer to the back line and be almost like a third center back in build-up, is because we don't want Florentino doing that specific job, because that is his weakness. He when he's facing when the game is in front of him, he's very, very good. When he's coming back to get the ball, he's very limited. I'd even say less than limited. He's poor at that part of the game. And I think that sometimes you just have to be more simple. You're winning 2-1. There's no reason to put, you know his capabilities, you know his weaknesses. You don't need to put him in that situation. But again, you know, footballers don't always become professionals for being intelligent. A lot of times, thinking on the fly is hard. It's serious, and
it is. You don't really have much time to think.
No,
you don't have much time to think, and you put somebody in a tough spot. And again, he was under no pressure, and that ball gets away from him on the turn because he turns the wrong way. He's a right-footed player turning on his weaker foot, and then he loses control of the ball. So, I mean, it's something to avoid. But there's going to be moments when you can't avoid it, and you just have to execute the play or play it back to where you're facing. He could have played a one-time ball right back to Trubin, and that would have been a safe play also. But it was poor decision-making all around.
Mikey, so what just happened here on this game? Because you were leading perfectly. It was 2-0.
Yeah,
the game
mistakes.
Was rolling. And then that 2-0 effect, right? When this happens, these situations happen. I explain all the time. You got that false sense of superiority that you think you got the game in the bag, and then boom, shit, twice on us.
Yeah, you turn it off for 5 minutes, and you make two mistakes. You saw the graphic at the end. Trubin didn't make a save. It said in 91 minutes. We were in the 91st minute, and the graphic says Trubin has not made a save in 91 minutes because he only saw those two shots. That's the only two shots that got to him all game. And you have to stay focused. You have to stay dialed in. Points are lost when you turn it off and you fall asleep from it. And had Benfica not found that winner, they would not have had any complaints. They gave away 2 points. They were lucky enough to rescue them back.
I'm going to go into this topic. I think it's somebody's calling for this topic. Somebody of this color right here. Hold on a second.
So I got to make some popcorn.
I got prepared for this.
The red.
Red card. Red card.
I know where this is going.
and
Yep. Okay.
So first I'm gonna put the red card to Maxi Araujo. It was just ridiculous. Maxi late on the tackle. He was from behind. Absolutely no question about it. Right. But then we're gonna go to the situation, a number of red cards to my boy here, Rui Pereira Jr. I posted this on Twitter, and all the Portistas almost set me up on fire. But I came out with the stats because I knew that there were a lot of red cards in Porto games, but I didn't know it were that much. Like 12, man. 12. Wow. It's like 12 red cards for opponents in Porto games. Please, Mr. Portista, tell us about that. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to say this. There's only been one game this season where Porto was winning or losing and got a red card and ended up winning the game. And I mean, losing or drawn at the moment where they got a red card and won the game. And that was against Oroca. And we won 4-0 in that game. All the other games, I got over here written down. Hold on. No. This is hilarious. This is hilarious because a lot of the red cards that Porto got this year where they won that game was equivalent to the one that Benfica got this year. Okay, I mean, this past week, which was in the last minute of the game, and it literally meant nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Earlier this year. Hold on. Against Gil Vicente earlier this year, we were winning 3-0, and we got a red card at the end of the game. Wow. Santa Clara, same story, 2-0, late game red card. Rio Ave, 2-0, another late game red card. Aroca, that was the game where we were tied 0-0. Estrela da Amadora, we were winning 1-0. We won that game 2-0. But Estrela da Amadora was so awful in that game. They had no chance. They only had 2 shots the entire game. Santa Clara, it was 1-1. We drew that game. Rio Ave, 2-2, 96-minute red card, and then after the red card, the game ended. Sporting, 2 red cards at the end of a game when it was practically over.
No, yeah, he's right.
Farense, Porto were winning, and they got a 98th minute red card. Braga, we were already losing, and they got a red card in the 90th minute, which was really well deserved. This past game against ABS, we were winning 1-0. We were in control of this game. We were about. We should have scored more, but we didn't. And yes, it did make our job easier. But we were already winning. We were by far the better side. You know, it's whenever like we're already down. Why are you guys gonna like if we're in third place, fourth place, and what are we getting these red cards for? To get into the conference league? Like what you know, it's always attaching Porto to corruption and whatever. It is what it is. Viro disco toco mesmo, as they like to say.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever. You know, those are facts there. There was only one game this year where we were drawn or losing where we actually won the game from a red card. The rest, we pretty much deserved the losses or the draws that we got in the red cards, and then we pretty much deserved to win the games already. So it's just another talking point. People just need to talk shit, and that's what they do. And it's all right.
I think that's the one Sparting fans are mad about. The one that Super Gino said that's the one that Sparting fans are mad about.
Should have been a penalty for Sparting. Instead, Sparting gets 2. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. You know what? I wish you guys won that game. How about that? And you know what? And if we want to go into this, there's only one team that benefited from those red cards against the Sporting. It was Sporting in Porto. It wasn't Porto. Obviously, it wasn't Sporting. It was Benfica that was going to benefit. And you know what the referee was? He was not very friendly to Porto either.
So you're right. It was him. He benefited. Mikey did. You're right.
I said that. I said at the very next show.
I think Sporting ended up winning the next game anyway, so it didn't really matter. But
yeah.
I never.
But there was only one team that was benefiting
like I did in that game.
Yeah, it was a tackle.
This is awesome. I love he got it all written down, man. I'm gonna hire you.
He came prepared.
By the way,
he was like a lawyer going into a courtroom.
Didn't Mario Jardel score 19 penalties for Sporting in 2002? That year?
Well,
yeah.
That was the Jardel factor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like there's not too many titles to look back at, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jardel. It was
I think it was like 17 or 19.
Because he had like 40-something goals,
Yeah, he had 42. Yeah, I mean, you keep on putting the ball in the box because he's in there, and defenders are aware of his reputation.
He was made his mentor.
It was the Jardel factor.
I mean, how many of those red cards were not red? Like, are red cards not allowed? Like, it's like when we get into the penalties conversation, like, oh my God, this team had like 12 penalties, but like, were they actually penalties? Were these actually red cards? Maybe some of them weren't, but the majority of them were. So in this game, it was an absolute reckless tackle. The guy, he didn't even get a red card. He didn't get a direct red card. ABS defender. That was the second yellow.
Second yellow.
And that should have been a direct red card.
If I remember, the first one should have been red, right, Nino?
Right. The first it should have been sent off in the first half. That's how I remember
it. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
In the first half.
He should have been sent off in the first half.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, that's.
You know what? I think Braga is cheating. I think they want us out of third place. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe, man. It's crazy, man. You know what? The crazy part is
Jason says it right there.
Just remember that there were a lot of red cards in the Porto game. So I was like, oh man, that's another red card. And then I came up with the stats, and the people went, oh my God, it was ridiculous. But yes, all the stacks, all the facts that Rui brought to the table tonight are absolutely on point. And I just I'm not bring this up, just to have some fun, guys, because we are, as Eric Krakoyer said, we are the most level-headed Portuguese fans that we could find.
we are.
Yeah,
we are. It's true.
And I don't want you to think that you were doing that to troll me or anything. But like, I've been reading this. I've been reading this all season long, and it's just like there's no context behind it. No one does their homework. It's just, oh look, another red card, but where's the context behind it?
Right. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
and
we
it was
got a bunch of red
frustrating.
cards, but like they didn't really
yeah.
affect us. I mean, it wasn't going to affect the outcome in the beginning of the season because we were
The
getting it
game
when
was
we were
already
winning
done in
2 or 3
most.
nothing.
Yeah.
Game was
Yeah.
practically done. Porto's a disaster, but one thing that we don't really drop 2-goal leads. When was the last time that we've done that?
Super
Jokic last year. That was the last time.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Nino. I didn't even know Nino tweeted about it. It's been all the shit that I've been hearing all year long, and then this past week, it's just ridiculous.
So good, man. So good. It was man. That was amazing. That was amazing. I mean, I think I'm gonna clip this part of the show.
Make a short.
For the yeah. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna post it out there, brother, because we need this. We need the card by card every game. When was made it? Everything.
I think what we need consistency with refereeing. I think that's
I think we can agree that
it's so. I mean, even with VAR and this technology, it's still so subjective. I mean, this case in point was the last game with Sporting here. How they were very quick to call the penalty on Diomande. I mean, two guys went up. I mean, there was the use of the hands. I understand that, and you could certainly call it a penalty, but it was a very similar incident happened in the Sporting Santa Clara game, where the ball was going into Victor, and Victor did get an elbow to the head, and there's no penalty, and there's no VAR review. So there's just this fluctuation, there's this inconsistency, and I think that's all we really want here is we want consistency. If it's a red card in one game, there should be a red card in the other game too. Or if that's a penalty, then it should be a penalty in the game. It's just you watch these games, and it's black and white. There's this complete inconsistency with the refereeing.
And you see the difference when our teams play in Europe. You see the difference because sometimes they're reviewing something and we're expecting it to be overturned, and it's not. They stick with the call on the field unless it's clear and obvious. In Portugal, the slightest thing, and they reverse the original call. If the referee goes to look,
sometimes it looks like they're making it up as they go along.
It does. It really does, and it takes 7 or 8 minutes sometimes to come up with a very obvious call.
There was a Diomande second yellow. Mm-hmm. The VAR reviewed the play, and they gave Diomande a second yellow. I thought VAR is only there to review direct reds.
Yeah.
That's
this
my
is what I mean.
That's the rule. That's the rule.
It's a violation of the rule. It's a blatant violation of the rule, and it's okay. It's okay. We just make it up as we go along. Welcome to the
It's not a penalty, a goal scoring opportunity, or a direct red. They're not supposed to review it.
They're not supposed to review it. The guy comes back and gives Diomande a second yellow.
Yeah.
I reached out to Derek.
And the only yellow should be downgrade.
All right.
But it's okay. Everything's okay.
You said that about Diomande. I read this in I think it was the same day that I posted about the red cards, and somebody posted this saying that there's a media narrative about Diomande picturing him as a violent player because they want him to be sent off. No, brother. What are you talking about here? It's just way too delusional for my taste. Yeah, but it's
Portuguese soccer for you. I mean, anything that they can sell a newspaper. People still buy papers in Portugal, so anything that can still buy a paper.
So you guys agree with Jason here? VAR has become a net negative.
In Portugal, yes. In Portugal,
I think the rest of the world it's been great, but
Mikey, didn't I tweet to you? Mikey, didn't I tweet to you that I was watching that Club America game and I said they overturned this in Portugal? 100% this is a penalty.
100%. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a net negative. I mean, even in the Portuguese league, for the most part, the offsides are always on the money, which is a huge part because back in the day there was a lot of goals that were that were not called back, and then there was goals that were called back when players were actually onside, and then you couldn't really do anything about it. I think you just get an extra look on like direct red card challenges, penalty challenges, all that stuff, and then this is where it becomes hostile because we have this understanding that we have the cameras here and we can see that there is contact or there is no contact or there is a handball, there is no handball, and then there's the call that goes the other way. Even with VAR, there's still going to be that controversy afterwards. At least in the game, you have the referee or the VAR room to get a look at it and see what happens. As frustrating as it is in Portugal because they are wildly inconsistent, which is why Portugal didn't have a single referee in the last World Cup, and I don't know if they even had. I think they did have. They had one, right? Yeah, they didn't deserve it, of course.
You're right.
And I think they only had one referee in the Euro, right? And
they had one in. I think he was only on VAR. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
or was it a linesman?
Like, like that's crazy.
That spells it out. Like, and what are we doing to rectify?
I think the only way to change this,
exactly.
because the Portuguese, I feel like the referees in Portugal, they're not like they're not trained, they're not well paid, they're not trained, they're not as into it as the referees in Spain or England or Germany, where they actually make good money and they're professional at it. In Portugal, it's like anyone can be a referee. You just go and take your license, and then hey, there you are. And it's not like you make a living out of it or you get paid well for it. So you're not really going to get the best out of it. In my opinion, I think we should bring referees from outside of the country and ref these games. I think that's the best way to go about it in this league.
Especially the big ones, yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
About the offside rule, it's gonna take place next year. Next year is the Wenger rule is gonna be.
Yeah, I think the Wenger rule will improve the situation. It'll have fewer goals called back, but defenses will know they need clear. They can't play late traps because they're gonna get caught. The rule. The issue is with the rules as much as with the implementation of the VAR, because these rules were not intended to be. Offside was never meant to be looked at down to the millimeter the way we're doing it now.
I know
when they wrote it, so it needs a rewrite.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just imagine that Real Atleti shootout in Portugal and that double kick being called in Portugal. You would.
No way, man. No way. I'm serious. Okay.
But I mean,
it was a double touch, and now I don't think it was.
It was. We didn't have the best angles. That's the difference. On CBS, she said that the referees have different angles than what we're seeing, and then the next day we saw better images that showed the first touch, because the ball doesn't have to move; he just has to touch it. And I don't think the plant leg moved the ball, but it touched it.
Because it bounced a little bit, right? Like a
it kind of the spin changed.
It's too much, man. It's too much magnifying glass in here, brother. Yeah. It's way too much.
Just imagine Pinedo calling that.
Do you guys think that second yellow card should be under review? That obviously turned to red.
Yes. I do.
Yeah.
Yes. It has the same effect. Red.
Violation is the second violation. And you cannot use.
But it's like VAR can only intervene when it's a direct red. But a second yellow that leads to a red.
Supposedly, yeah.
No. But it's not a direct red. It's a potential red card. So in this case, the potential counts with the second yellow. The potential second yellow is going to lead into a red card. So I think it.
But that goes back to Derek's point on Diamant. The ref didn't call a foul. He didn't give him a card. You said it wasn't a direct red, and you still gave him a second yellow and everything. That goes back to what he said. What was the whole point of the review?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
But I mean, I just to intervene. I do think I know there's a lot of controversy over VAR in some games in some circumstances, but I do think overall it has improved the Portuguese league. because recently I reviewed it. I was on YouTube. I was watching, sporting highlights from like the late 90s. And the stuff that was going on back then.
Yeah.
You had guys with their hands like this, hitting the ball. The ball's hitting the hand, and there's no calls. And it was really bad. It's like I saw guys scoring goals that were 3 feet offside. I mean, So I do think that are things foolproof? No, but I do think VAR has at least improved things in Portugal.
And then the what is this, the chip on the balls, right? I think is that gonna come anytime soon, right? Or is it because
in Portugal? I doubt it. Listen, at Ops, they're still using security cameras for VAR, so they were they were using the cameras mounted on the lights.
I think for a second in Peru, brother. For a second, I think that we were in Peru, man. This is crazy. Unreal. All right, guys. So there's no Liga this weekend. Please, everyone here should be rooting for my beloved Peru on Thursday night.
Come on,
right?
Peru.
We're gonna play Bolivia. We're dead last in the freaking CONMEBOL. We have no chance here. We got a moron as a captain saying that we used to get we used to so many good performances that now we're at the bottom of the table. We should not suffer because of that. What are you talking about, brother? I mean, you just shut up and play, brother. Shut up and play. That's the only thing that you gotta do. So anyway, we got the CONMEBOL situation this weekend. Who Portugal plays who? And
Denmark on Thursday, right?
Yeah,
2 legs against Denmark. Yep.
On Thursday, so we're gonna get a lot of games on Thursday. Man. I'm gonna be watching soccer since.
I don't like that it's 4 days apart. That's
Conrad Harder got called up. So
I don't like those days.
Okay. Is the human too now?
Yeah, Human's there too. Yep.
Yeah,
it's Human Harder.
Right. Yeah. So should we go with the predictions for the next one? Should we do that or not, Mikey? What do you say?
Let's do it.
What, for the next round of the?
Should we go with the predictions or
predicting?
Yeah.
Let's do it
for the league.
Yeah,
I already have the South American games up. Hold on.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to do this CONMEBOL qualification.
Oh crap! No,
I had that's what I had up.
First CONMEBOL, guys. First CONMEBOL. Let's go.
Okay, hold on. Let me put
all right, go, Mikey. Go.
Okay. Hang on.
Because that's it.
Okay, ready?
Guys.
Paraguay, Chile.
Paraguay and Chile.
Crap.
Saturday.
Can they both use? It's gonna be a draw, man. It's gonna be a freaking draw. 1-1. Derek.
I'm gonna go with you, Nino. It's 1-1.
1-1. Rui.
I'm gonna go with Chile.
All right.
2-0.
Chile.
They have good wine down there.
I know.
Good Malbec.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frontera.
I'll go with Paraguay. I'll go with Paraguay.
Paraguay?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Mauricio?
I'll go with Roy. I'll go Chile 1-0.
1-0 Chile. Crap. Man. No,
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Chile. 2-1.
2-1 Chile. All right. So what's next, Mikey?
Brazil, Colombia at the Mané Garrincha.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Ooh.
Crap, man. It's getting so rough. But Brazil is going to win this one.
4th versus 5th.
Brazil's not gonna fuck up again, so they're gonna win. They're gonna win. I'm telling you, and they're gonna win good. I think they're gonna go 2-0. 2-0 Brazil. Derek.
I'm gonna go 1-1 in that game as well.
Ooh, nice.
Won't be 1.
Mikey.
I'll go 2-1 Brazil.
2-1 Brazil.
Pull one out.
Rui.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-2 in this one.
No, man, this is nice. Mauricio.
I'm with Mikey. I'll go 2-1 Brazil.
2-1 Brazil. All right. What's next, Mikey?
It's your game. Peru, Bolivia.
This guy, he's over here praying already.
Bolivia has to be the most beautiful team.
I know. They're horrible. They only play good against us. freaking Lord. 2-1. We're gonna suffer, but we're gonna win. We're gonna suffer, but we're gonna win. If you don't go for Peru, I will fight all of you guys. Derek, what you got?
Well,
man?
on
What you
that
got?
note, I think Peru's gonna win. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 for Peru as well. Yeah.
2-1 Peru. Mikey?
3-1 Peru.
3-1 Peru. Roy?
5-0 Peru. Let's go.
I'll go 1-0 Peru. 1-0.
1-0. That's all we need. And she's man. All right. What's next?
Ecuador, Venezuela.
Ecuador 2-0. 2-0.
I'm gonna
Ecuador.
check the altitude here.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that I think it's 12,000.
It's in Quito. So
Yeah.
altitude.
In Quito, it's 12,000. Oh, I think it's 10,000.
Altitude.
All I remember when I visited Quito was like, she's I get up out of the bus. I was like, man, I couldn't get 2 steps together, man. It was just like, you know, and it's not that high, you know, compared with freaking Bolivia, which is, I don't know, it's 14,000 feet above the freaking sea level. 14,000 feet above the sea level in Bolivia. Anyway, so I said 2-0. Derek, what you got?
I'm gonna go 2-0 as well. Yeah, Ecuador.
Mikey?
3-1 Ecuador.
3-1 Ecuador. Nice. Rui?
2-0 Ecuador.
2-0 Ecuador. What you got, Mauricio?
I like 2-0 Ecuador, like Rui.
Okay. Oof. The next game is, I don't know.
It's a UFC fight.
Yeah.
Uruguay, Argentina.
No Messi. Bro. No Messi.
I wonder why.
Uruguay's going to win. Uruguay's going to win in Montevideo.
Yeah.
1-0. Just 1-0. Uruguay's going to win this one. Derek?
I'm going to go 2-1 Uruguay.
Yeah.
I think Uruguay.
I'm thinking 2-1 Uruguay. 9 versus 8 at the end.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Roy?
Uruguay is going to beat the Estoril of South America.
What's your number? Give me a number.
Let's go. I'm not going to say 5-0, but 2-0.
No. Look at that. Maxi, I would just go, he says.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Max.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Shit. Yeah, we got you.
Me. Don't play him. All right, so Mauricio, what you got on that one?
I got 3-1 Uruguay.
What did you?
Yeah, he said 3-1 Uruguay.
Jesus, man. Oh, okay. I didn't hear because they went off. All right, guys. That's all the game for CONMEBOL.
That's Max.
Mikey.
Yep. Now to the Liga. Hold on.
To the Liga.
Back this up.
Yeah, I know what Rui wants to see. Just give me your prediction on Estoril Porto, Rui.
No. It's
shoot, we're playing them this weekend.
We got to get Rui on live during that game.
First is Gil Vicente Benfica from a previous round on the 28th.
Oof. You know where I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go 2-2 in Barcelos. Gomez?
I'm gonna go 2-0 Benfica.
2-0 Benfica. Mauricio?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Benfica.
Rui?
Yeah, 2-1 Benfica. I think they're gonna squeak right by this one.
Yeah.
Mikey, what do you say?
3-2 Benfica. Very similar to this last game.
Late goal from
Maybe.
Tuga.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
Casa Pia Rio Ave.
Casa Pia at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been killing off a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take. I don't know, but freaking what's his name, man? What's this guy's name? Clayton, man. He's been on fire.
Yeah, he's been scoring.
Yeah.
Clayton's been on fire.
So he's out this game.
He's out. He's out on yellow cards.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got a red. Yeah, you're right.
Got a red.
I think he was already out. I think he got his 5th yellow before that too. I thought.
Yeah.
So he was out. No wonder he went for the.
He went for the. Yeah.
He knew he was already out.
Yeah.
Who cares, right? So no Clayton, no party then. Casa Pia 2-1. Gomez.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mikey.
Yeah, I think 1-1 sounds right.
Okay.
Yes.
Roy.
Same here.
1-1.
Same here. 1-1.
Ruano.
I agree with the boys. 1-1.
All right. I'm the only one who did 1. But anyway, let's go. Next one.
Estrela Amadora Sporting.
Estrela Amadora Sporting. 4-1 Sporting.
Ooh.
4-1 Sporting. Gomez.
I'm gonna go with the 3-1 because that's been the result the last 3 games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with 3-1.
3-1. All right. Give Mikey.
Yeah, same. You don't bet against something that's most likely. So 3-1 Sporting.
Yeah.
Rui.
Yeah. 3-0 Sporting.
3-0 Sporting. Mauricio.
I'll go 2-0 Sporting.
Okay.
And Victor,
we forgot about this one, Jason.
That's the rest for 2
We forgot about this prediction from Jason.
Otamendi might.
Go.
I don't even know if Otamendi will be back from national team duty in time for that. It's always a struggle to get them back for the Friday game.
And everyone else agrees on 3-1 Sporting.
Yeah, he's gonna be rested. He wasn't called up by Sweden, so.
Yeah, he was returned.
And Estrela Amadora is going to get a red card in the 95th minute. so I can tweet this week. Yeah, how corrupt this league is.
Yeah.
Mikey, what's next?
Braga Aroca.
Oh. I think the charm will be over for Braga on this one. Yeah,
they're at home.
Those 1-0. 1-0. Yeah, they're not gonna win. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1 Aruca on that one. Gomes.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Braga.
1-0 Braga. Back to back 1-0. It's all right.
1-0.
Mikey.
Braga 2-0.
2-0. All right. Jesus, Roy.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1. Ruano.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Braga with Navarro and Fernandez hurt. I feel like they're struggling to find goals.
Yeah, they're not really scoring. Yeah.
What's next, Mikey?
Santa Clara Nacional.
Santa Clara.
Islands versus Island.
The Islanders. They're gonna find in the Portuguese Navy. It's the Santa Clara. I said right 2-1. I said Santa Clara 2-1. Then Gomez.
I'll go 1-1 in that one.
Mikey.
0-0 for me.
Oh, no goals there. Jesus. Roy.
2-0 Santa Clara.
2-0 Santa Clara. Mauricio.
I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go 2-0 Nacional.
Whoa, that's the bold pick of the. Pretty bold, man.
They've been playing some good ball. They've been climbing up.
They have been.
Yeah, I think the ship is sailing on Santa Clara. Personally,
that's why I'm taking that ship.
Yeah,
they're slipping.
Yeah, it's starting. Yeah, the Titanic's starting.
Santa Clara 2-1. Guys, but you've been saying this for a while with Santa Clara. They're still up there. They're still up there.
Oh no,
only by 2 points.
Their goal, so it's just great. Yeah, it's all
only
great.
by 2 points on Guimarães. That's it.
Yeah. Mike, what's next?
Rui's game. Estoril Porto.
Oh, that is the mark.
You know what he's gonna say. But I'm gonna back that up. I'm gonna back it up. All right. I wanna say Porto is gonna come up with a massive game on this one. He's gonna go 4-0 Porto. There you go.
Oh.
Promise?
I mean, I've seen a little bit of Israel. I thought Israel played really well in Alvalade. This is going to be a tough one. I think this could end up 1-1.
1-1. Mikey?
2-1 Porto.
2-1 Porto. Roy?
5-0.
2-1 is Surreal.
Ooh,
2-1.
Didn't see that coming.
Wow.
I'm
What?
using reverse psychology, hopefully. But
Yeah.
yeah, 2-1. I just don't like it. Porto fold for the season. Yeah, there we go. We already did a long time ago, but
See you next year.
yeah, actually, if I'm right on this one, you guys might not hear from me ever again.
Ruano, what you got, brother?
I'm gonna go with 1-1. For some reason, Porto doesn't play well down there. For some reason,
You don't have to
it's like
tell me
something in the
twice.
air.
Yep.
All right. Let me check on something here. Hold on. What's the next game, Mikey?
Moreirense, Vitória Guimarães. The neighbors.
That's a good game.
2-2 on that one. 2-2 on that one. Derek?
I think Victoria goes there and wins 2-1.
Nice. Mikey?
Yeah, Vitória wins 3-1 and moves into 5th place.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Vitória.
Nice. Roy?
1-0 Vitória.
1-0 Victoria. Jeez. Ruano?
I'm gonna go 2-1, like Derek said. I think Vitória will pull it out 2-1.
All right. What's next?
Boa Vista, Gil Vicente.
If your squad can't win this game,
No, come on, she'll be sent.
that's what I'm saying. Come on, man.
Come on.
But I'm gonna say Boa Vista, brother. I want to say Boa Vista on this one. 1-0 go from Salvador.
This is
Alba,
why
brother.
people want to
There you
send you
go.
Boa Vista jerseys.
Yo, man, Salvador Alba can't play that game. He got a red card.
Oh, come on.
No.
Right, Mikey?
Again?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Ben
You
Ginkle.
got it 4 weeks
I
ago.
can double check.
Ben
Hold on, I can
Ginkle will
double
score.
check.
Don't worry about it.
Roy's favorite.
No.
Bar,
Yeah.
even the
He's
direct red.
suspended. Agner suspended. And there's like 12 guys injured, but
Yeah. He's suspended.
Man. All right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening then. Jesus. My Gilistas. 2-1 the Gilistas. Gomez.
I think it's going to be 1-1. Shadi Bessa. 1-1.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Mikey?
2-1 Gil.
2-1 Jill. Roy?
Yeah, 3-0 Gil Vicente.
3-0. Jesus, that was
Yeah.
mean. That was mean.
Oh, Vista
What do I know?
suck. They're so bad.
I know.
Imagine in 2025
a-
we're saying, "Oh man,
they have a new
Salvatore
team, though.
Aga
It's a new
can't
roster.
play. They're done."
What was Mike?
The new
Mike, what
team.
was the team? What was the team last year that you said was the worst team in football?
They went down.
Yeah, I forget which one it was.
Was it? Yeah. Who went down there? Yeah, they were the worst team. They
It
were-
was the last
the
list.
same.
Yeah, it literally. I
They're
already
literally the
forgot who it
same.
was. They're so bad that I forgot who they were.
Who? Passos Freire?
Chavez.
No, was
I
it
think it was.
Vizela?
No, it
Shot-
wasn't
Was it
shot.
Vizela?
Vizela.
Was it
That's
Vizela?
who
It was Vizela. Yeah.
Vizela, yeah. They were playing
They
some awful
deteriorated.
football, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, did we do
what you
Famalicão
got,
and
Mikey?
ABS?
They were just giving up.
I don't. It looks
Oh,
like
we-
Famalicão AVS. That must have. Oh, I might have skipped it. Yep.
Yeah, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Famalicão AVS. Yeah.
Venga.
Oh, okay.
Fama bouncing back, brother. Fama bouncing back. A goal from Gustavito Sa. 1-0 for Fama.
Yeah.
I love that kid, man. Gustavito Sa. Gomez, what do you got?
At Family Cow, I'm gonna go 3-1 Family Cow.
3-1. Nice. Gomez. I mean, Mikey.
2-0 Fama.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. 2-0.
Right, check this from Jason. Tondela, Vizela, and Sheriff. Top 3 Liga 2.
Yeah.
They're much better than they were last year, all of them.
You might get all those three back.
Yeah, my son checked out the standings. It is like super tight.
There's like 6 teams within.
There's like 5 points in between the top 6.
Yeah,
I sent the screenshot to Nino.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean that sequence can change.
All right, guys. So what do you got? I got that one. Mikey, you got the score for this one?
Benfica Farense on April 2nd.
3-0. 3-0 Benfica. 3-1. 3-1. They're gonna give up 1 goal. 3-1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Nino's original prediction. 3-0.
All right. What you got, Mikey? Looking for my charger.
An ugly 2-0 win for Benfica. They're going to rotate because this is 3 days before the trip to the Dragão. So they're going to be looking ahead. This is a dangerous game. But I think Benfica get one early and then get one late to finally put it away. 2-0.
All right. Roy?
Yeah, 3-1 Benfica.
3-1 Benfica.
3-1.
Roy? I mean, that's the Mauricio. Sorry.
I go 3-0 Benfica.
3-0 Benfica. Thomas, you get yours? You did? No.
Yeah, I said 3-0.
3-0. Okay.
Yeah, 3-0 Benfica.
Got my dog here playing ball with me. All right, so that's the last game, Mikey? No.
That's the last one, yeah.
All right.
That's the last one, guys. Right. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks, guys.
Couple of weeks when we Jesus, man, this is too long, man. This is too long, especially now that the tournament is like this. You give me a break now. We don't need a break now, brother. We don't need a break now. We're having a break. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks, guys. This was Two Tuesdays. Thank you, Mauricio Ruano. There you go, my Mr. Benfica. See you in a couple of weeks. Thank you,
guys.
See ya.
Bye.